What if I told you that nearly everything you've been taught about attraction is not just wrong, but backwards? You've been told to chase, to impress, to perform. But here's the shocking truth. 3.7% of women aren't chasing the richest, the tallest, or the flashiest guy in the room. They're drawn to something rarer, something ancient, a quiet power that doesn't shout, doesn't beg, and doesn't chase. My unstoppable wisdom seekers and fearless life explorers, welcome to the Life Guidance Vault, where every insight is a key to unlocking a new path to growth, purpose, and transformation. Today, you'll discover the Stoic secret that flips the game. Not only will it show you how to stop chasing, but it will also reveal why women naturally pursue the man who has mastered this one thing. And no, it's not confidence, money, or status. It's something much deeper. Let's dive in. Most men don't realize it, but they're stuck in a loop. They chase women. They try to be noticed. They work on being charming, witty, impressive. But it never quite clicks. Why? Because they're chasing externals, validation, approval, admiration. And here's what the ancient Stoics would say about that. You're looking for gold in another man's hands, while you've got a mine inside your own chest. Let that sink in. The men who get chased, they're not playing that game. They've stepped off the stage completely. They're not auditioning, they're embodying, and women notice. So what's the real secret? It's simple, self-mastery. Women chase the man who doesn't need to be chased, the one who is complete on his own, grounded, calm, focused, purposeful. He's not looking for someone to complete him. He's already whole, and that wholeness is magnetic. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands unmoved, and the raging of the sea falls still around it." That's the kind of man women feel drawn to, not the one who performs, but the one who remains. Let's be brutally honest. Most men are emotionally reactive. If a woman replies quickly, they get excited. If she ignores them, they spiral. Their entire emotional state is tied to someone else's behavior. But a Stoic man, he's rooted. He doesn't flinch because his internal world is untouchable. He's not seeking a woman's attention. He's focused on his mission. And ironically, that's exactly what pulls her toward him. Here's what women really notice. Not the guy who tries too hard, but the guy who doesn't try at all, yet moves with certainty. He's not cold. He's present. He's not indifferent. He's selective, and when she feels that energy, an energy of calm strength, she feels safe, intrigued, challenged, and inspired, all at once. That's when the chase begins. Not because you manipulated anything, but because you stopped needing everything. So let's break this down. What are the 5 Stoic shifts that make you magnetic without ever having to chase? Here they are. Shift 1, detachment from outcome. Most men live in outcome dependence. If she texts back, I'm happy. If she ghosts me, I'm miserable. That's emotional slavery. The Stoic man detaches. He shows up as himself, authentic, grounded, present. Whether someone stays or leaves, compliments or criticizes, it doesn't touch the foundation of who he is. And that detachment, it's powerful. It tells the world, I am enough with or without you. That's irresistible. Shift 2, mastery over emotion. A man ruled by his feelings is unstable. But a Stoic man, he feels everything and controls his response. He doesn't suppress, he understands. He doesn't explode. He channels. Women test men, not to break them, but to find out if there's something solid underneath. Can you remain calm under pressure? Can you stay composed in the face of chaos? If so, she won't just notice you. She'll chase that rare emotional steadiness like water in a desert. Shift 3. Inner validation. You don't need a woman to tell you you're worthy. That's your job. Most men outsource their confidence to compliments, to followers, to sex. But true confidence is internal. It's quiet. It says, I know who I am. I know what I stand for. And I know where I'm going. The man who doesn't seek approval becomes the man people naturally approve of, because his sense of self doesn't waver. That stillness is electric. Shift 4. Purpose. Before pleasure, you can spend your life chasing dopamine, or you can build something meaningful. Most men get lost in the chase for validation, comfort, quick rewards. The Stoic man, he's building. He wakes up with a mission, not for women, not for status, but for something deeper, a cause, a vision, a life that echoes long after he's gone. And when a woman sees that, she doesn't want to distract him. She wants to join him, not because he needs her, but because his path inspires her. Shift 5. Embodied stillness. Some men talk about being calm. Others are calm. When you walk into a room, don't be loud, be centered, be slow to speak, quick to listen, intentional with your energy. Don't be flashy, be focused. The world is filled with noise. The man who moves in silence cuts through all of it. Stillness is rare, and anything rare becomes valuable. Now let's step even deeper. What does it actually look like when you stop chasing? It looks like this. You wake up and your first thought isn't about impressing anyone. You move through your day with clarity and direction. You treat people with respect, but you're not desperate for connection. You're willing to walk away from anything that doesn't align with your values. You become deeply kind, but not nice. Nice bends. Kindness stands tall. You become generous, but not available to everyone. You become powerful, but not loud. And here's what happens. People start to ask, what's different about him? They lean in, they want to know more, and the women who used to overlook you start to notice something they can't explain. A quiet, burning presence. That's the power of Stoicism. It doesn't make you seem attractive. It makes you undeniably attractive. Let me be clear. This isn't about becoming the alpha. This isn't about manipulation, tactics, or games. This is about truth. Women chase truth. Truth in your posture, in your words, in your eyes. And truth comes from alignment, when who you are, what you say, and how you act are one. Most men live in fragmentation. They say one thing, feel another, do something else. That creates confusion, and women feel it. But when you live in integrity, you radiate confidence without trying, and that's when you become unforgettable. So, what now? How? Do you step into this life? Simple. Start living by these 3 words: stillness, discipline, purpose. When you embrace stillness, you stop reacting. When you practice discipline, you stop chasing. And when you move with purpose, people follow. You don't have to shout. You just have to become someone worth hearing. And when you do, the game changes. My unstoppable wisdom seekers and fearless life explorers, this is the Life Guidance Vault. You've just unlocked a truth that 95.7% of people will never understand. But you do. Now it's your turn to embody it, not tomorrow, not someday. Now, if this resonated with you, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to stop chasing and start becoming. And I want to hear from you. What's the one trait you believe makes someone truly magnetic? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. Until next time, stay grounded, stay wise, and remember, you don't chase, you build, you become, and they follow.